Hello and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today I'm gonna take another look at Chevreuse. Yeah, in my previous Chevreuse video I built her as a DPS because I was like, hey, she has a musket and I want that musket to do some damage, you know? And yeah, it was actually kind of fun playing her as a DPS for a while. But now I think it's finally time to try her as a support, which she is kind of intended to be. So yeah, I gave her a support build now, and in this video I'm just gonna see what she can do as a support in a full Pyro and Electro team. Let's go over the build first. So she is 39k HP, just 1k short of the 40k that you need to max out her buff, but it's fine. You know, it's just like 1% that I'm missing on the buff, it's not gonna make a big difference. With 1300 attack. Actually still gave her a bit of crit rate and crit damage, since I'm using her with Favonia's sword, so she kinda needs crit rate, and you know, I also wanted her to do at least a little bit of damage. Weapon, as I already said, Favonia's lance. And then artifacts, I'm using the Song of Days Past. Probably Noblesse would be better, since my Chevreuse is only C1, and as far as I know, she can only really fully use the passive of this set at C6. But, you know, I was farming this domain anyway for Navia, and just had some pieces of this lying around because of that. And didn't have any Noblesse pieces lying around, and didn't really wanna farm Noblesse or, you know, put pieces in the Noblesse strongbox, so I was like, okay, let's just give her this set anyway. It's not like it's completely useless on her, it's just that it's a little bit harder for her to get the maximum buff here when she's not C6, but she can still use it. But yeah, let's take a look at these artifacts. As you can see, I went for HP, energy recharge, also a bit of attack here, and then of course a bit of crit. If crit rate here, energy recharge, HP, here crit damage, and then also crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. And of course, as you could see, the main stats all HP percentage. Okay, and then the talents, 676, though for support Chevreuse, as far as I know, the talents don't matter too much. So, now that we've seen the build, let's just go over to Inazuma, to Masanori, and see how good support Chevreuse actually is. I mean, I already know that the answer is that she's really good, but yeah, let's see what my specific Chevreuse can do with the build I have on her now. And in order to test this, what I'm gonna do is I'm first just gonna use Raiden's Burst without causing any overload or using a Chevreuse skill first to see how much damage my Raiden does on her own. And after that, I'm gonna, you know, use all the Chevreuse support and then burst again. And then after that, I'm also gonna include Sarah in the mix and just see how high I can get Raiden's burst damage in a overload team. Oh, and also I almost forgot, but I'm gonna use some crit rate food. I finally learned my lesson from all the missed crits in the previous showcases. But yeah, my Raiden only has like 60% crit rate, so we really need this. Okay, here we go now. So, let's just use Raiden's Burst here without any support first. It was like 70k, 76k if I saw that correctly. Okay, not bad. Now we have to recharge the burst and then we try with Chevreuse. Okay, let's just do some overload now. Put the overcharged ball. And no. 140k! Whoa, that was almost double. If I saw that correctly, it went from 76k before, right? To now 140k. With just Chevreuse support. Actually amazing. Holy shit, I didn't expect that much. I knew that it would be a lot more than before, but I didn't expect her to almost double it. Okay. Oh, wait, also, probably because I used Chevreuse Burst, it also played a role because, you know, it fills up Raiden's chakra stacks or whatever they are called, which also increases the burst damage a little bit, so that also probably, you know, was part of it. So without that, if I hadn't used Chevreuse Burst, it would probably only been like 130k maybe, but that's still a big increase. So with that being said, let's just go straight back in, but this time we are also gonna use Sarah and see how big the number is gonna get then. Okay, got the burst back. So now we do this, then we cause overload. Then we shoot an overloaded ball. Use Sarah's burst and... Oh. Oh, I accidentally clicked F3 to open the wishing screen when I actually wanted to click 3 to switch to Raiden. Whoops. Could still be fine. 264k. Actually really good. Over 250k. Just like that. An overload team. Okay. Actually very nice. But yeah, I just realized that I don't think I have really used the artifact set that much. Let me read it again real quick. Yeah, okay. It takes 6 seconds for it to take effect. And I just basically burst immediately. Or not immediately, but I think before the 6 seconds were up. So maybe we can get even more damage if I wait for a little bit before I actually use Raiden's burst. And also haven't really taken a look at Chevreuse healing yet. I don't know how much she heals, so... Yeah, let's just go in again and do some more testing. Yeah, hit me, okay. So I also want to see how much does she heal. 2,300 per tick, okay. You know, it's decent. Now let's... How do we do this? Okay, first we just apply Electro and cause some overload. That's what we need to do first. Then we use the skill and wait 6 seconds. Okay, should be fine now. It's been 6 seconds, right? Ah shit, I didn't see the number. Didn't pay attention. But I think it was over 2k. And not 2k, over 200k. 2k would be very low. That was a 295k if I saw that right. Okay. No, that was almost 300k. That's what I like to see. I mean, it was already a really high number before, but now we got it even higher. So I think now we had everything. We had Chevreuse's support, we had Sarah's support, and we had the Song of Days Past. Everything. And probably also a lot of chakra stacks, because I used also Yenfei's burst and Chevreuse burst and Sarah's burst, all of them. So all of that together got almost 300k. But at the end of the day, whether it's 250k or 290k, both are really high competitive numbers. So, you know, I'm happy with how this showcase went, actually. Chevreuse actually makes a really big difference. And I think I might even use a team like that in the Abyss in the future. Okay, I kind of wanted to end the video there, but there's one more thing I kind of want to try. Because there's another DPS that I want to see with Chevreuse, and that is Yoimiya. Because she's one of my favorite characters. I mean, Raiden is as well, but Yoimiya is also one of my most well-built characters. So yeah, I just want to see what she can do with Chevreuse. Question is, do we keep Sarah here or maybe use Fischl instead? Where's Fischl? There's Fischl. Because Fischl with her C6 and the coordinated attacks with Yoimiya's normal attacks, it's gonna do a lot of overloaded damage. I mean, overloaded, even though it's an overloaded team, it's not really the main focus to do damage by overloaded. But I think Fischl might be a good choice here anyway. And yeah, like before, I'm gonna see the damage without any support first. So on the last hit, 28k. Let's cause some overload now. That was 43k on the last hit. From 28 to 43, actually not bad. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to see. So yeah, definitely works with Yoimiya too. Actually, you know what? There's still one more thing I have to do now. And that is comparing her to Yunjin. So we went from 28 to, what was it, 43 with Chevreuse? But how much is Yunjin gonna increase it? Okay, we got Yunjin's burst now. 37k. Wait a minute. 36k on the last hit. Oh, that is interesting. I did not expect that. Chevreuse actually did more than Yunjin for Yoimiya. Interesting. I honestly did not expect that. Thing is though that with Yunjin you can at least still like use Vaporize and stuff like that. So might still be better if you combine it with some of the stronger reactions. Whereas Chevreuse, you know, you're forced to use Overload. Which can also be a good reaction in some situations. But, you know, Vaporize is probably still better, and Melt of course too. Yeah, but still she's definitely viable to use as a support for Yoimiya. So yeah, overall I'd say that Chevreuse might actually be the best 4-star support we got in a while. Even though she can only really be used with Pyro and Electro characters, but for these characters, for characters of these two elements, she's definitely one of the best supports out there now. And that basically concludes my showcase and my testing here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, have a nice day.